Hi. Hey, this is going to be a little bit of a fruit and veggie tale story. Have you ever wondered why your fruit bowl looks like a sixth grade science experiment just days after you've brought them home from the store or the farmer's market and you've put them on the counter? Right? Like, what's up with that? Well, I'm Shelley, transformational coach with Inspired Living, and I'm here to help you live a joyful, happier life. And that begins with strong, vibrant health and vitality. So I get that it's frustrating as heck to have to throw those precious organic fruits and vegetables away after you've spent your Starbucks money to buy organic, right? I know that's a stretch for some people to buy organic. I hear it all the time from my clients. But today, you're going to learn something new so that you don't have to throw your money away anymore because you have to throw those fruits and vegetables out because they've spoiled before you've had a chance to eat them. I'm going to show you what you can do to keep them as fresh as long as possible. So here we go. I'm going to start with something as simple as some herbs. So this is the time of year where we like to buy herbs. Fresh cilantro, fresh basil as I have right here, and other herbs. So let's just imagine the herbs coming home with us and let's plant them back into the garden to keep them fresh as longest. So what I've done with this basil is I've put it in a mason jar here and added just a little bit of water. I cut off the ends so that they could absorb the water, and I'm going to keep it out on my counter. Now if I want to put it into the refrigerator, I've got a baggie here that's got some holes in it, and I'll put it over the top so that the plant can breathe and that there's humidity versus moisture. And that will keep the basil and your cilantro and other herbs fresher longer. Now, I've got celery here, and I learned a secret from my dad about how to best preserve celery. So what I like to do is I buy this organic, because this is on the Dirty Dozen list, so you want to buy it clean. And if you want the Dirty Dozen Clean 15 list, comment below and I'll send it to you. So anyway, I clean up these celery stalks, wash them with water, and then I chop them up just halfway, and I put them either in a glass tub of water to keep them fresh, and I stick it in the refrigerator so it's easy and handy to eat them. Or you can keep it just like this, wrap it in aluminum foil, and your celery won't go limp on you. Don't you hate that? You pull it out and it's all limp. We like it fresh and clean and crisp, and so that's what you can do with celery. Two options there. The next option for keeping your fresh fruits and vegetables is this. Now, there is a gas called ethylene that is emitted from mostly fruits, but some veggies too, that causes the fruits and vegetables to ripen. And that's a good thing when we bring home peaches, nectarines, plums, and fruits like that from the farmer's market or the grocery store, and we want to accelerate their ripening. Well, we can put those fruits in a bag, roll the bag down, and put them in a dark place, and they'll ripen a little bit quicker. But what happens is the thing that turns that fruit bowl into a sixth grade science experiment is that ethylene is being created, and when you mix some fruits and vegetables together, the vegetables that are sensitive to ethylene are going to start to break down and they are going to start to rot. And then it's like that one bad apple ruins the whole batch thing. That's what you've got in your fruit bowl. So it's really important to keep certain fruits and vegetables apart from others. So see this potato? I put potatoes in my pantry in a dark place. They are stored perfectly there until you're ready to eat them. We have squash, and if you're going to eat them in the next couple of days after purchasing them, go ahead and put them in your pantry as well, in a fruit basket or a vegetable basket. But if not, go ahead and store them in the refrigerator in the crisper where there's humidity and not moisture, and they will stay fresh for quite a few days. The next thing I want to share with you is kale. Now, I bought this kale from the farmer's market this morning. Isn't it beautiful? And what you can do with kale to keep it really fresh is you can take off the leaves like this. Just start to pull them off, okay? And the stalks, well, you can eat them and grind them up in your Vitamix if you'd like. However, Some people tell me that their dogs love the stalks. Isn't that awesome? So if your dog loves the stalks, or even just go ahead and try it, that would be awesome. Then there's no waste. But what I do after I peel them off is I put them in a glass bowl inside a towel. This is after I've washed and rinsed them. And then I can fill this up, close it in. They're dry. You don't want to put your leaves in there wet. And seal it up, and it's ready to go. Now this kale in particular I bought because I'm making kale chips. It won't stay in my refrigerator for very long, so I won't wash the kale until I'm ready to use it. But if you want to prepare it for salads and have it accessible for a few days into the week, this is a great way to prepare it. Now, let's have a little chat about avocados. Okay, they emit ethylene. So when you have avocados next to tomatoes, next to fruit, that's going to turn into that 6th grade experiment quite rapidly. So you want to keep these separate. Keep the avocados away from the tomatoes, okay? And ideally, you can have them out on the countertop if you're going to be eating them shortly. Otherwise, put them in the refrigerator. I'm assuming it's ripened, okay? This is ripened. If it's not ripened, leave it out on the counter, but let the tomatoes be in the tomato family, the avocados be in the avocado family. I like to eat my tomatoes fresh and ripe, and I keep them out on the counter, but I store them alone, not near the bananas, not near the avocados. And you'll find that the flavor, when they are room temperature, is really delicious and enhanced versus leaving them in the refrigerator. Next, it's our friend healthy green salad, or mixed greens. So I got this at the farmer's market this morning, and oftentimes when we buy it at the farmer's market or at the grocery store, there usually is a bunch of water in the bag. See? Sometimes up to a tablespoon. So you don't want to bring this home, leave it in the bag and stick it in the refrigerator. What you do want to do, take it out of the bag, and what I like to do is break off some lettuce that I'm going to be eating in the next 24 or 48 hours. I wash it, I rinse it, I pat it dry with a paper towel, and then I roll those clean leaves into a paper towel and put them in the crisper in the refrigerator. Again, we don't want moisture in there, but we want humidity to keep it fresh. And so that's where I keep the fresh leaves. This will go back into the bag that doesn't have moisture in it and back into the crisper. So it just depends on how quickly you're going to be eating your lettuce, if you want to wash it all. But I have found that the key to eating your vegetables and making them convenient and handy for you is to have them prepared so you can just pull them out of the refrigerator and eat them, add them to your salads, stir fry them, whatever you're going to do. And so it takes the prep work out so you don't say, oh, I don't have time to do that. It's all ready to go. One other tip that I have for you is that your root vegetables like carrots and like beets that you bring home and they have long stalks on them, cut the stalks off, give them to the rabbit, the goats, or anyway, you can break them down in your compost. But don't leave them on the roots and carrots because it will cause them to break down much quicker. So you want to put those root vegetables into the refrigerator to keep them fresh and crisp and clean. So, can I ask you a question? Was this helpful for you today? Did you learn something? Well, I'd like to invite you to become a part of my 28-day transformational challenge, and I run those every month. You will learn things like this and so much more. So comment below if you'd like to be part of my next 28-day transformational challenge to take you on an educational process of building vitality and health. And go ahead and comment below if you have any particular questions that I didn't answer this time around. Again, my name's Shelley Marenka with Inspired Living. You can follow me on Instagram at @SMarenka Inspired Living. Follow me on Facebook at Shelley Marenka and Shelley Marenka Inspired Living. Until we meet next time, remember to power up your potential, radically shift your health, learn to love yourself, and be bold. Align yourself with pure, fun, positive energy. Love you. Until next time, see you.